Hello everybody, this is IndieGeek, and today I'm taking a look at Narcissus. This is a game, as you can see there, being designed, as well as the art, is by Alex Johansson, and the sound and the music, which is absolutely fantastic all the way through, is by Luke Smith. So I will start off by saying that this is available as a download, like you can download the demo, but it is on Steam Greenlight, and that is what this video is for. This is kind of part of the push to get this game on Steam, which I definitely think should happen. So I will, of course, link in the description to where you can vote for the game. As you can see, there are 3 difficulties. What it does is changing the difficulties changes how fast you go, so I'm just going to play on normal. And I am playing on my own. However, the game is the game is meant to either be played on your own or you can play with a friend. So the controls are the up and the down button, and basically I am controlling both of these characters at the same time. So it's like a platformer that you have to control 2 people at once, which for now it's pretty easy. But by about level 10, things get pretty difficult, and I think so the full game is going to be 25 levels, or 50 levels, sorry, and the press build that I'm playing is 25 levels, and I think it took me close to maybe like an hour-ish to run through all of them, because at the end they start getting pretty difficult. And I have to say that as a musician, that has kind of been like this is a really interesting take on a platformer, because it feels like playing music sometimes. Like you just have to sort of figure out the rhythm of each section in order to kind of make it work. And like I said, it starts off pretty easy here. Pretty soon we're going to get into parts that are going to be a little hard to commentate while playing, but I'm going to do my best. So, yeah, I mean, that is like the basic idea here, and I believe the developer said that this started as an idea. He had to make a game that was harder to play by yourself than with a friend. So, that is kind of the goal here, and I definitely think that that has been achieved. This is when things start getting really fun, in my opinion. We start getting all these kind of alternating patterns of whether or not you should jump or whether you should just let them slide, and eventually it gets to the point where you don't have a choice. Like if you mess up, you will lose. So there's definitely a lot of neat stuff going on here, and I promise that this does not stay with us doing the same action for both characters, as we should see pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, overall, I'm having a really good time with it so far. It's definitely unique. I haven't really played another platformer exactly like this, especially because oftentimes if there's like a 2-button platformer, it's not that great. I'm not saying that like a platformer needs a bunch of buttons, but like a lot of times these runner games aren't really all that great. And I know I say that, and that's going to maybe offend some people, because I know there is quite an audience for things like runner games, but I tend to find them most of the time a little lacking, and this is one case where I don't agree with that at all. I think that this game is awesome. I think this is the way to do a runner game. I think it really helps that it's not like randomly generated. Sorry, I'm like concentrating here. Oh, I messed up at the very end. Damn. Yeah, I have found myself like getting close to the point of rage quitting a couple times, because you'll get in this groove and get almost to the end, and then screw up at the end. But yeah, I would definitely suggest that you go check out the Greenlight page and give the demo a download so that you can kind of try it out for yourself. I think it's kind of a game that you need to try out before you really judge it, because from looking at video of it, it doesn't look that bad, but actually playing it is, you know, a lot more difficult. Yeah, and seriously, huge props on the music. It is very, very good all the way through. I think there's about 5 tracks, and I would love to hear more, but even so, just the 5 tracks that are here are all very, very good. And I should mention, of course, that the art style is also very good. I actually cannot believe... Oh, darn, I was going to say I can't believe how well I'm doing while talking. It was hard enough earlier just playing the game. But you kind of get in a groove sometimes. And, you know, I'm always a fan of games where you get into a groove. I do find that most of the time this is actually pretty relaxing. It's only, you know, it's only occasionally, like if you lose on a level a lot of times, that it starts to get frustrating. But also, so like I was saying, that it's, you know, it's a runner without random generation, and I think that helps a lot, because it makes me feel like if I do it long enough, I can succeed. And a lot of times with kind of runner games like this, there isn't really that feeling. At least I don't normally feel that way, because typically there's kind of random generation in the way of that. But, you know, that is not the case here at all. And this is where things start getting, like, really tricky, where we'll be doing 2 totally separate actions with the characters here. Oh gosh, especially when you get them offset. I think, like, so that's something that if you were to get them offset while playing with a partner, it would not matter that much, as long as you had a partner that could kind of, you know, comprehend the fact that you were offset. However, my one finger does not like dealing with being offset from the other one. So I'm kind of in this situation again where I'm slightly offset. This is maybe going to cause some problems. Although, my practice on the last few levels of this certainly helped out there. So you can see that this does start getting very, very complicated, and honestly, there probably isn't much more for me to show off here. It's also getting to the point where my chances of beating these levels in a reasonable amount of time is pretty slim. So, you know, I probably don't have too much more here. See, this is where it gets really interesting. Yeah, I actually want to lose on purpose here. So I'm going to say, like, again, I'm going to lose on purpose so that I can finish explaining this. I'm going to say, like, the ups and downs of what's going on here, so you can get an idea of what's going on. So this is obviously pressing nothing. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, right? So like that's what you have to do there to kind of get these sections working. So up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And it's, you know, it gets pretty crazy pretty fast. And like I said, you know, you just have to kind of find that groove, which isn't always easy, because it's not like a groove that, you know, it's not like a music game at heart, so it's not like it's a groove that's kind of built to work with the music or anything. It's totally separate from the music, so you know, it can be a little challenging at times, but again, you know, you can alleviate the challenges by playing with a partner or playing on a slower speed. Which, you know, I'm glad that that's there. Yeah, alright, that is how you do that one. So maybe I will use this level to kind of finish off. Yeah, this one took me a long time earlier. So it'll be interesting to see if I can do this. Yeah, I would definitely suggest that you go vote for this on Greenlight. And I should say, like, sorry if the music has been overwhelming. This is actually as low as I can make the music go. So hopefully it's not too overpowering. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen. But yeah, I mean, it is very good. I'm definitely having a great time with it. I think that it is definitely a game to watch. You know, it's pretty unique, and it is... Well, I mean, well, I was going to say it's not really like anything I've ever seen before, but that implies that it's unique. So, I don't know. I feel like I'm kind of treading the same ground over and over again at this point. So I think this is probably about where I will leave you. But yeah, definitely go check out the links below. You know, go to the Greenlight page, give it a download, see what you think. I'm definitely excited about this, and I think that a lot of other people will be as well. It's definitely a very interesting take on a platformer. So, yeah, this is where I will leave you at now. So, as always, feel free to comment if there's anything that you would like to comment on. Subscribe to the channel to see more of my videos every single day, and if you like my video on Narcissus, then please do consider clicking the like button, because that helps me out a lot. I definitely appreciate everything you do to help. So, with all of that being said, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.